Soon as Thank you for your patience. Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Orange County Legislature's meeting dated Thursday, November 3rd, 2022. At this time, I would ask for you, please join me in a moment of silence and a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I would ask that the deputy clerk please do the roll call.
Fagione?
Here.
Paduk? Amo? Anagnestakis?
Present.
Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines?
Here.
Lujan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos?
Here.
Ruskevich? Sassy? Sierra? Stiganga? Sutherland? Tortel?
Here.
Tui? Benelli?
Present.
17 present and 4 absent.
Okay, I'm going to call on Majority Leader Fagione.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I move to approve the minutes of April 8th, 2022. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you. Again, Majority Leader Fagione.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I request consent to place on the agenda the resolution accepting and confirming the report of apportionment of the mortgage tax for the period April 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2022, as computed from statement filed by the county clerk, and the semi-annual report of the mortgage tax for the period April 1, 2022 through September 30, 2022, as a receive and file, and the apportionment of the mortgage tax for the period April 1, 2022 through September 30th, 2022, as a receive and file.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, if there are no objections, these items will be added to the agenda as agenda items number 17, double A17, and A17 respectfully. At this point, there are no individuals that have signed up for public participation, so we will start our regular agenda. We start with communications. A, did you want to read that?
Certificate of determination by the Commissioner of Finance relative to the terms, form, and details of sale and issuance of the $14,136,656 public improvement serial bonds 2022 of the County of Orange, New York, and providing for the public sale thereof.
Okay, this is received and filed. We also have B under communications.
Communication for the County Executive, Stephen M. Newhouse, relative to the 2022 real property tax equalization rates.
This is also received and filed. Okay, we move on to number 1.
Legislators Fagion, Tortel, Benton, and Cheney, co-sponsors, all Republicans. Bond resolution dated November 3rd, 2022. Bond resolution of the County of Orange, New York, authorizing the upgrading of food service equipment for the Valley View Center, stating the estimated maximum cost thereof is $53,072, appropriating said amount therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $53,072 bonds of the county to finance said appropriation.
Second.
Questions or comments at this time? All right, this is a bond resolution, so it calls for a 2/3 vote. So at this point, please do the roll call.
Fagion? Yes. Paduk?
Yes.
Anagnestakis? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 17 ayes.
Okay, move on to number 2, please.
Legislators Tortel, Fagion, Benton, and Anagnestakis, co-sponsors, all Republicans. Bond resolution dated November 3rd, 2022. Bond resolution of the County of Orange, New York, authorizing the acquisition of window coverings for the Valley View Center, stating the estimated maximum cost thereof is $160,000, appropriating said amount therefore, and authorizing the issuance of 160,000 bonds of the county to finance said appropriation.
Second.
Okay, again, this is a 2/3 vote since it is bonding. And any questions or comments on this? Okay, hearing none, we'll do the roll call.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Anagnestakis? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 17 ayes.
Okay, we move on to number 3. Again, this is a bond resolution that would require a 2/3 vote.
Legislators Menuda, Tui, Benton, and O'Donnell, co-sponsored Tortel. Bond resolution dated November 3rd, 2022. Bond resolution of the County of Orange, New York, authorizing the design and renovation of the county-owned Caroline Building, stating the estimated total cost thereof is $1,500,000, appropriating said amount therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1,500,000 bonds of the county to finance said appropriation.
Second.
Questions or comments? Then I would ask you call the roll when you're ready.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Anagnestakis? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 17 ayes.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that Legislator Lujan has just attended. Thank you. And number 4.
Legislator Benton, Paduk, and co-sponsor Legislator Tortel. Resolution authorizing the private sale and conveyance of certain county-owned lands acquired by reason of failure to redeem said lands from a tax sale to Orange County pursuant to Section 10184 of the Real Property Tax Law in Orange County Amended Local Law Number 2 of 2010.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Okay, we'll do the roll call then on this one.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Anagnestakis? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Lujan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 18 ayes.
Okay, number 5, and this will be a voice vote.
Legislator Sassy, Stiganga, and co-sponsor Legislator Tortel. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Probation to accept and appropriate funds from the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services for raise the age legislation pursuant to Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried, and we move on to number 6, which will also be a voice vote.
Legislators Sassy and Stiganga, co-sponsor legislator Tortel. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Sheriff's Office to accept and appropriate funds from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services for the Domestic Terrorism Prevention Grant Program pursuant to Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried, and we move on to number 7.
Legislators Sassy, Stiganga, co-sponsors legislator Tortel, and all Republicans. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Sheriff's Office to accept and appropriate funds from the New York State Division of Criminal Services for the Gun-Involved Violence Elimination Grant pursuant to Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried, and we move to number 8, which will also be a voice vote.
Legislators Sassy and Stiganga, co-sponsors legislator Tortel, and all Republicans. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Sheriff's Office to accept and appropriate funds from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services for the State Law Enforcement Terrorism Prevention Program pursuant to Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried, and we move on to number 9.
Legislators Fagione and Tortel, co-sponsors all Republicans. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Health to accept and appropriate second-year funds from the New York State Department of Health for the Childhood-Led Primary Prevention Program pursuant to Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
This is a voice vote, so any questions or comments before we take? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, we move on to number 10, which again will be a voice vote.
Legislators Fagione, Sutherland, Tortel, co-sponsors all Republicans. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Health to accept and appropriate supplemental grant funds from the New York State Department of Health for the Tuberculosis Prevention and Control Program pursuant to Section 99-H of the General Municipal Law and Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried, and we move on to number 11.
Legislators Fagione and Tortel. Resolution to authorize the Orange County Department of Mental Health to transfer funds from an advance account to an operating budget pursuant to Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Okay, any questions or comments? Then let's do a voice vote on this one, please. I'm sorry? Yes, please. Oh, no, I'm sorry. A roll call, I'm sorry.
Fagione.
Yes.
Paduk.
Yes.
Anagnestakis. Benton. Brescia. Cheney. Ellers. Hines. Lujan. Menuda. O'Donnell. Ramos. Riskevich. Sassy. Sutherland. Tortel. Tui. Benelli. 18 ayes.
Okay, number 12.
Legislators Tortel and Sutherland. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Mental Health to accept and appropriate funds from the New York State Office of Mental Health for the Office of Mental Health Workforce Grant pursuant to Section 99-H of the General Municipal Law and Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Any questions or comments? This will be a voice vote. So all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion is carried. And we move on to number 13, which will also be a voice vote.
Legislators DeGanga, Sutherland, co-sponsors Tortel, and all Republicans. Resolution authorizing the county executive to submit the fiscal year 2023 annual action plan to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development for the purpose of applying for, accepting, and appropriating certain federal funds for the Community Development Block Grant Program, the Home Investment Partnerships Program, and the Emergency Solutions Grant Program pursuant to 99-H of the General Municipal Law.
Second.
Questions or comments? All right, this is a voice vote, as I said, so all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried. Number 14, please.
Legislators Sutherland, Stiganga, and co-sponsors Legislator Totel, and all Republicans. Resolution designating Orange County Tourism as the tourism promotion agency of Orange County.
Second.
Questions or comments? Okay, then we'll take a roll call on this, please.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Anagnestakis, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 18 ayes.
Okay, we move on to number 15, please.
Legislators Lujan, Sassy, Stiganga, and Fagion, co-sponsors, all Republicans. An act amending the appropriate Orange County employment schedules to create various positions at the Orange County District Attorney's Office pursuant to Section 2.02I of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments from legislators? Okay, then if you would do the roll, please.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk? Anagnestakis, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, and Benelli. 18 ayes.
Thank you. And we move to number 16, please.
Legislators Lujan, Benton, Tortel, and Fagion, co-sponsors, all Republicans. An act amending the appropriate Orange County employment schedules to create Community Health Outreach Supervisor at the Orange County Department of Health pursuant to Section 2.02I of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments? Then I would ask the roll to be called.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Anagnestakis, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 18 ayes.
Okay, and then we move on to the consent that was placed on the agenda, which is agenda item number 17.
Legislator Fagion, resolution accepting and confirming the report of the apportionment of the mortgage tax for a period of April 1, 2022 through September 30th, 2022, as computed from statement filed by the county clerk's office.
Questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll ask the roll to be called.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Anagnestakis, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 18 ayes, and the desk is clear.
Okay, you should also be noted that A7, which should be in your packet, as well as AA17, not A17 and AA17 are received and filed. And it should be in your packet. If it's not, just let us know and we'll hand down the paperwork to you. All right, that concludes our agenda, but we do have one public speaker for non-agenda items. So I would ask at this time we call Doreen Tice to the podium in regard to hazard pay. Welcome, Doreen. Ooh, sorry. You have to, there you go.
Okay,
Red means you're on.
okay, good. January 31st, 2020, World Health Organization issued a public health emergency. February 3rd, 2020, the United States declared a public health emergency. March 2020, COVID-19 hit Valley View, a virus none of us were prepared for. I've been an employee of Valley View for 32 years. I can say the pandemic which we faced took a toll on all of us who work there. We did not have the option of working from home. We worked during a health pandemic that was mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausting, while millions of people filed and collected unemployment benefits and stayed safe at home. And then we're also given additional monies under the CARE Act, an extra $600 a week on top of their regular unemployment. And we received nothing. And yet we still went to work, knowing the danger we faced, a virus we knew nothing about, that we could possibly and did bring home to our families. A virus so easily spread and so deadly, and yet we still went to work because we were essential employees. We were mandated to get the vaccine or we were terminated. We lost a lot of our coworkers who didn't want to put unproven chemicals into their bodies. And those of us that complied still have to deal with the side effects caused by the vaccine. We still have to wear masks and protective equipment. We still have active cases. We are still working short-staffed, whether it's due to coworkers contracting the virus or those who have left due to the vaccine mandates. The House of Representatives passed the HEROES Act on May 15th, 2020, which extended the unemployment measures from the first stimulus package, including the extra $600 through to January 2021. And yet we still received nothing. The counties received federal and state funding specifically allocated for hazard pay for essential workers who worked through the pandemic, caring for our elderly Orange County residents. Other counties around the country use the CARES Act funding to provide hazard pay to their essential workers. When can we anticipate receiving our hazard compensation? Valley View employees would like to meet with all of you, including our county executive, before the next legislative meeting on December 1st, 2022, to discuss how and when the allotted funding will be distributed to the Valley View essential workers. The Valley View employees don't need a parade of honking horns by county officials calling us heroes while we put our lives on the line. Because up until now, that's the only recognition that we have received. Thank you.
Thank you, Doreen, for your comments. All right, at this point, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Yes.
Quick statement, just for the record, I want to make sure everybody understands that this past Tuesday, the Ways and Means Committee, by a vote of 6-2, authorized and segregated or earmarked $2 million for hazard pay. And if this full legislative body approves it when the final budget comes through this body, and if the executive does not veto that provision, then during next year, we can figure out how that $2 million can be allocated to the right people. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Welcome. Entertain motion to adjourn. All in favor? Thank you all very much. Thank you again, Doreen. And this is yours.